once again. Hi, my VIPs. You guys are more than welcome to our YouTube channel, Queen Rami Talks. You can tell I'm excited. Okay, this is day 7 of 7, meaning the last day of me challenging myself. Yo, guys, sometimes all you need is to challenge yourself. And I mean, I see the results. Thank you so much to all my VIPs who watched our videos fully, and to all the new subscribers, welcome home. This is the VIP lifestyle where everybody is as somebody. Yes, on this channel everyone is a VIP. And if you are by any chance watching me for the very first time and you are like, which one is this one? Guys, my name is Queen Rami, and yeah, Bona. I'm a sit-down channel. I do story times, I do Queen Rami Tells It All, I do reviews, I do commentary. That's basically me. So when you see me vlogging or throwing in a cooking video, that just know that is a bonus, you know. And yeah, so without any waste of time, as you saw on the title of the video, but I want to make a few disclaimers before I start the story time. One thing about me, I see more than I say. And basically, we will do a get to know me when we reach 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, you will get to know what is this girl all about. Yeah, so, and I will never come on social media and play victim. No. As you saw my previous story times with my exes, with my ex-friends, I never play victim, because I understand that, you know what, life is a journey, and not everything that we view as being a victim, we are victims. You get what I'm saying? And the last disclaimer is that everything about my life, guys, and this is just a disclaimer also to the devil, that there is nothing that he can ever use that is about my life against me. Eventually, I will bring it either as a testimony, either as a story time, either as Queen Rami Tells It All. Literally, what am I saying? You can never use anything against me. I mean, let's look at the story time that I did about Big Guy and Owami. That will tell you, I've had that story since 2021. You understand? I've heard that story since I'm only saying it now in 2023. So anything, and if you guys hear anything about me, anything about, you know, don't worry. It will definitely come on my channel. I will talk about it. It might not be this year, it might not be next year, it might not be 5 years from now, but I will definitely talk about it, as long as God willing I live until anything, everything. I will talk about it. So there's nothing that anyone can try to do about my life and think, yeah, I'm coming for her. No, honey. I will talk about my life. So in case you have something, you are like, yo, I'm wondering about what happened between this and that, who and who, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't tatazela. Like I always say, I get tatazela. So my story times are in no way trying to destroy anybody's reputation, anybody's image. And one thing I will do, you will never hear the real names, locations of this specific person that I'm talking about. And I'm doing that because I respect people. I understand that people will move on with their lives. Even this person that I'll be talking about, I'm sure she has moved on. She's got better friends. She's got what, you understand what I'm saying? The same way my story times about my exes, I'm in no way naming them or shaming them, because I understand life is a journey, guys. That person might be the best husband to somebody out there, might be the best boyfriend to somebody out there. So it's not my place to destroy people's images or reputations. But one thing I will do, I will talk about you. and you will know that I'm talking about you. But the good part is that you and I will be the only ones that know I'm talking about you. Anyway, yo, what a long intro, guys. Don't come for me. I saw on Twitter yesterday where people were complaining that, hey, we are tired of creators who post long videos. And I'm like, what's wrong with that, guys? This watch hour is a nightmare. Watch time for YouTube, I don't know how they calculate it. I don't understand. But yeah, whatever it is, gosh, it's a nightmare. You know, I look at people pushing to subscribers, and I'm like, subscribers can be pushed and you can reach them. But there's a monster there who is a watch time. Yo, that 4,000 watch time is chaotic. But I'm super glad. I've never seen my watch time move the way it did with my recent challenge. So I'll definitely keep on going. But the upcoming videos I will post whenever I can. It's no longer the consistency now, you know. But I'm so glad I challenged myself. I'm proud. Woo, woo, woo. So let's talk about our story time. So we are going to name the friend Nandipa. Not Magudumane though. And yes, I've got my drink here. Hey, we love summer. We love summer. We love summer. Can summer come already? So you can get your drinks, your popcorn, gather in the house, you know. So I will talk about my friendship with Nandipa. And I just want to say this, guys. If I've been your friend and we've never reached almost a year being friends, we are not friends. And I say this with all humility. Anyway, me and Nandipa have been friends for quite some time. So that is literally why I'm calling her a friend, you know. So, so let's talk about this journey with me and Nandipa. And I know she's going to watch this video. But I blessed the day when I found out how do we block people on YouTube. So it's not like some people are no longer commenting on our videos. They are blocked. One thing about me, you are not going to stress me. You are not going to stress me, guys. On my phone, on my channel, on my Instagram. Ah, come on. God forbid. Anyway, so me and Nandipa have known each other for quite some time. So it is way back. It comes from way back where we went to the same high school, and then life happened for me, obviously, which I will say in my get to know me video. I moved to a lot of places in my high school years due to the transitions that were happening in my family and all those type of stuff. So I separated with Nandipa from there, you know. So we met again in life. I remember when I used to work in a certain place here in Gauteng. Nandipa once came, and then we reconnected again, and then we lost contact again, and then we reconnected again up until the time where then I decided to move out of the friendship. So our friendship was not literally toxic. It was just seasons of life. It was just seasonal, you know. So what happened between me and Nandipa is that, yeah, when we reconnect with a bang. Like, I remember I even wanted to do an event, and she was supposed to be, you know, one of the top people. I can't say further than that because, yeah, people will know. So the issue with Nandipa was the fact that I was very close with her. So I remember there was a time in my life where I was unemployed, you know. I would talk to Nandipa, we would pray, we would, you know what, she would wish me the best and all those type of things. So one of the mistakes that I know I made, guys, I'm a lover, and I don't care who says what. I'm a lover. I will love you, and no matter how much I can love you, I'm always ready to lose you. And that's something that I learned as I grow. Which, yes, I love, but I've gotten to a point where I'm always ready to let go of people now, you know. And if that makes me toxic, so be it, bagithi. So be it. And like I said, no new friends. Sizwile. You know, there's this girl on TikTok who once said she doesn't have friends. And I'm at a point where I'm like, I honestly understand. I honestly understand. So anyway, I got a job. As the reason why I'm mentioning the unemployment things is because you will understand as the story moves forward. So I got a job, and I remember telling Nandipa, as much as I need the money from this job, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with where I am. And no, she was just encouraging and saying to me, no, be grateful that you have a job. I mean, we are living in South Africa where people are just graduates and they are not working. Okay, fine. So I remember saying to Nandipa, I'm not happy. I'm thinking of starting a new business. So the reason why I titled my story, My Ex-Friend Did This, and I'm still shocked, you will understand. So as I told Nandipa about my extra business, which is what I'm doing now, Queen Rami's clothing range, where I sell women's clothing. My business is not yet big, guys, but it's not yet big, but I don't like calling it a small business. We are still building, we are still trying to have the best of God, but yeah, and we will get there. It's just a matter of time. So I started my business, so my clothing business. So during my day offs, I would literally dress up, and take pictures for my business. Hey, this is the part where, and when I look back at my friendship with Nandipa, I realized that the friendship could have ended a long time ago. But because Queen Rami is a lover, is a keeper, I hold on. Even when you can tell that it's not working out anymore, I will hold on and hope for the best. Until then, the time where I'm letting go, you will never hear from me again. I'm that friend, and that ex. You don't have to worry about me anymore. You will never hear from me again. I don't get back with exes. I don't get back with ex-friends unless though the Holy Spirit will convict me. Not with ex-boyfriends, of course, I'm a wife now, but when it comes to friendships, unless God says reconcile with that person for a certain purpose and a certain reason. But I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen, honestly speaking. And this is not pride talking. Unless there is a mandate that God wants me to fulfill with that specific person. But apart from that, I don't reconcile. And it doesn't mean me and my ex-boyfriends are enemies, no. Doesn't mean me and my ex-friends are enemies, no. But I'm that person, I will never bother you again in this lifetime. So it happened that on and off, for a friend who knew how unhappy I was in my previous job, I expected better from her. I expected her to understand that, my friend is trying to push a business so that eventually her business can be her bread and butter. Her business can be the one that pays bills. You get what I'm saying? So I was in that space where I'm like, during my day offs, I will push Queen Rami's clothing range. So explaining my friendship with Nandipa, I will say that I held on for too long. It could have ended. And one of the things that pushed me to hold on was the fact that we come a long way. What a lie. What a lie. Holding on to people because you come a long way. Staying in an unhealthy marriage because you have 15 years together. Guys, years don't matter. Okay, let me just say this. Whoever is upset, I'm sorry. But years don't matter when it comes to marriage. What matters is how many years in those years that you've been together have you been in a good space? Have you been happy? Because we are living in a time where People are so quick to brag to us about the years they've been with people, but have you been happy in those years? And I say this understanding that life is seasonal, but you can't be bragging about 15 years of being with someone, and in that 15 years you were only happy for 1 year. That is very painful. And it's the same as friendships, you know. So one of the mistakes that I made also with Nandipa, which brings me to a very important point, is that the fact that I'm a lover, the fact that I've got this personality, and the fact that I'm a businesswoman, Nandipa's friends began to be my friends, you know. So guys, one of the businesses that me and my husband used to do is to loan people money, you know. We were loan sharks for much. But yeah, I loved that. So we loaned people money. So that is how I connected with some of Nandipa's friends, you know. But connecting with them, I then now became way too close with them, you know, to such an extent that, yeah, they supported my business, you know, those type of things, you know. Remember when I was still working, guys, my husband is the one who helped with my business, because he was this side and I was in Limpopo. So he would just help meet up with people and those type of things. So that's a mistake. Do not befriend your friends' friends. They are not your friends. Because when they meet, you are the topic. Unfortunately. And not only was I a loan shark, guys, I'm into stokvels. I must stokvel, you know. I'm a stokvel holder, yeah. You know, yeah, that's literally me. Boss babe vibes, whatever. Yeah, so I began to be close with a whole lot of people from Nandipa's side, which for me was a red flag. No matter how much you can be business associates with people, content creators, connections, play it safe. Play it safe. Life is a journey. And not everyone that you connect with is supposed to be your friend. I said it. So as I brought all those people close and all those type of things, it began to be an issue that, another thing about me, guys, I sense energies. And I see profit. And the first time I realized this thing in me, I thought I was just overthinking. I thought I was exaggerating people's things, you know. I used to think that I man ke naganela batho, and it's not a good thing go naganela batho dilo tse dimpe, until I began to grow in my walk with God, and I realized, no, man, I sense energies. Like, I can sense you from a text. I can sense your energy from a phone call. You know, I can literally sense you from how I interact with you, you know. So at first, when I began to sense that Nandipa is really not my friend, you know, you can be a friend with people, with someone for a long time, and you realize, man, this was just not your friend. And I began to sense that with Nandipa, and I fought it. At first, when I fought it, I was like, me and Nandipa are good friends. We come a long way. I mean, we have pictures of us in those stages where I was literally a small girl, you know. And I was like, no, man, I'm overthinking. Then I would sense, man, with this person, she is not only pretending to be my friend, but she is literally talking bad about me with those people that I'm also close with. And I tried to downplay it. I was like, no, that's not the case. I'm just overthinking. I'm this and that. Until one day, I remember I was on a day off, and then as I said, when I wake up in the morning, I make sure that I prepare and do my Queen Rami's clothing range things. I remember one day in the morning, I posted a picture advertising clothes. one thing I will tell you, I've always had favor when it comes to my business. And as much as I'm not yet where I want to be, my business is the one taking care of me, you know. Apart from being a married woman, I believe with all my heart as a woman, you must have something that you are dependent on, something that nobody can ever take away from you. It can be a 9 to 5, it can be content creation, it can be selling vegetables. Just do something for yourself. You know, you never know what tomorrow holds. Like Ayanda Nwani said, tomorrow has no color. By the way, by the way, guys, I'm tired of defending Ayanda Nwani. Ay, 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 ay. Anyway, that's a video for another day. So as I wrap up my story time with Nandipa, one morning when I was busy taking pictures of clothes, she was like, so you just like taking pictures as part of, you know a funny remark when you hear it. And most of the funny remarks that I made, people add lol to it. But for us who see way beyond, who sense way beyond, we are able to tell, sexubile manj. I wonder what is happening. So Nandipa said to me, so you just wake up and take pictures for just to look good for the camera. What do you mean? You know I'm not happy at my bastion. You know I'm not happy at my 9 to 5. You know I'm not happy being a manager in that specific place. So I did tell you as a friend that I'm pushing my brand. I'm pushing Queen Rami's clothing brand so that eventually it can grow and take care of me. But I did not say that to her. But her remark just put me off. Like she was like, why do you always have to be taking pictures, showing people clothes? Guys, I'm a model. I model my clothes. And that's one thing that has helped my business to grow from the onset. I've always modeled my clothes. Like I was looking at some of my pictures, my first videos of my first photo shoot for Queen Rami's clothing brand. And I'm like, I'm so proud. So I was literally doing that. But girl came for me and said, why must you do that? And which is another problem that we have in our society. You know, people look at us and they'll call us unemployed. They'll call us in names just because we don't wake up and go for a 9 to 5, which is okay, to each their own. People are entitled to their own opinion. That is life. But for a friend that knew how I was struggling to settle down in my 9 to 5, for her to make such a remark of why must you waste your time and take pictures and just post on your WhatsApp or Instagram. Little does she know that that is literally my way of making money. I remember my response to her, I make money by looking good. And that's a gift that God has given me. I make money by looking good. I remember, you see this specific top that I'm wearing, this one. The first time I bought it, I posted a video on TikTok wearing it. I got almost 5 orders for it. That is literally how I make my money. So she made that remark, and I think that remark for me was the end, was literally my standpoint, Nelly Park Station, where I said, this is one person I cry to. This is one person that knows my situation, that no matter how much I feel about my 9 to 5, I can't just leave. I have siblings. I have, it was literally after my mother had passed away. So I couldn't just leave a job until I was retrenched. So, or should I say fired? A story time will come. So that is basically what I'm saying, So when she made that remark, I knew that right there and there. And to this day, to this day, she's one person who is in my DMs. I remember when I started to show her that actually this is not working for me, she would come into my DMs. What did I do to you? And I know somebody will say, but that's a petty reason to let go of a friend or long-term friend. It's not only that. It's not only that only remark. Like I told you guys, I sensed a lot of things concerning her, you know. You can sense when somebody is two-faced. They are nice to you in your face, but you can tell or behind your back, guningi, and when we won, you know. So I was in that place. I'm like, no, I have to let go of this friendship. So I began to one thing for sure, I began to distance myself from her. And guys, one thing that I will tell you is that do not allow your friends to mock you or what you are building. Because if you are mocked by your friends, you are 99% chances are you might give up on your dream. Because it is mocked by that person that you love, that person that you cherish. If you are mocked, I mean, if a stranger had come to me and said, you are wasting your time, why are you taking pictures and na, I wouldn't even take that much of an offense. But it was said by somebody that I value her opinions. I value her, you understand? So don't allow people close to you to mock your building stages. I mean, today, I look at that remark that she made and I'm laughing because today, I'm not only modeling my own clothes, but I'm an ambassador for stores. Like I share my pictures of the clothes that I'm selling with shops. You get what I'm saying? So imagine had I given up on my dream of Mosadi Kero Khatlisha looking good just because she mocked me, just because she saw it as something small. So my question is to her, and I'm sure she's going to watch this video. You mocked the beginning of that journey, but look at it today. Today, I'm not only a brand ambassador for myself, and I say this humbly so, hoping that God will open more doors. I'm literally advertising more clothes for other businesses. So people are so good at mocking and looking down at your beginning. And I remember when I started to distance myself from her even more, there were remarks, not only from her, even from those people that I was close with. That is why when I let go of you, when I cut you out, I cut even your crowd, because there is no way. I don't put the trust issues based on, no, there must be a balance. You know, it's the same as exes. If there's a certain sister that I was close with from my ex side, I will let that person go. How do I be like, guys? You understand? So I was in that place where I'm like, so today she's in my DMs, not only today, but ever since I started distancing myself from her, asking questions. What did I do to you? You know, people, we are weird. Lord, your people bore me. Guys, we are a weird generation. People will do things to you and act like a victim. And they will only talk about your reaction, but not what they did for you to react the way that you did. And that's literally what we are facing now. Everywhere. When there's a friendship fallout, when there's a marriage fallout, people are so quick to want to defend why they reacted in a certain way without taking accountability for some of the things that they did. And I know someone will come and say, but you should have talked about it and let it go. The more you let me just give a perfect example on YouTube. If somebody comes and puts a funny remark or funny comment on your video, the chances of them stopping are very minimal. You are literally opening a door for them to do worse. So the best thing, let go. But to each their own. So the reason why I'm telling this story time is don't allow people to mock your beginning stages. You know, I was very touched by one of our fellow YouTubers when I was complaining about a broken ring light, and this guy said, Usenzo Gutle, I love that. Oh, I love him. I love his content, and I pray that he grows. Usenzo was like, people are crying about broken ring lights. He depends on a natural light. If there's no sun, he might not record. If it's raining, he might not record, meaning he has to go outside and record. And some of us, we are just crying about the ring lights. You understand? So imagine if somebody can come to him and mock the fact that he doesn't have a ring light, and that will make him give up. No. So be extra careful what you take in, specifically from friends, partners. Be careful what you take in, because some of those things are capable of making you give up, making you let go. Today, I'm glad I never gave up on dressing up to look good and sell my clothes, because it's working. It's putting food on my table. It is helping me to eat. It is helping me to buy bread. It is helping me, if I see an item that I like, I'm able to go get it for myself without having to bother my husband. You understand? So what the enemy always makes and want to turn for evil, God will turn it around for our good. Today, you see Sui Store and brand ambassador. And one of the questions that I ask myself about people who look down on our beginnings, like even the Bible says so. Do not despise the days of small beginnings, because God rejoices when the work begins. Because God knows that you might start there where you are taking pictures for your WhatsApp, but tomorrow you might be on a billboard. Tomorrow you might be bigger than you think. You understand? So I'm literally in that space where I'm like, how? Look at me now. I'm not yet there. No, I say this humbly. I'm still building, but I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I used to be. Days where you would receive 3 customers in a month or in a week. We have moved from that level to the glory of God. So be careful of the people that are close to you and what they say. And some of these things, hey, they say them as a joke. Like I already said, they will say lol. Read behind those things. And I know somebody will say, but Queen, I am too much. I read between the lines. I see more than I say. And I act more than I say. Anyway, please do share with me in the story time what is your take out from it. Before I end the story time, like I was saying, she's in my DMs, trying to play victim. What did I do? Why are we no longer friends? This and that. The very same person, after I answer her in her DMs, the story is going to turn around and go to her friends. That, oh, she literally cut me off because of... Guys, we are grown-ups. I'm like, how many years now away from 40? What? Biggest nightmare. Woo, wake me up from this dream. I think growing up is a trap, guys. But do you understand what I'm saying? To this day, she still, talks to me in my DM. I will answer her. If she compliments, I say thank you. But boundaries. God knows what they could have said about my husband or my marriage or whatever the case may be that could have discouraged me. And then, be careful who you bring close to you. Be careful who you allow to speak into your life. Be careful of the remarks that people say about you and your brand. Guys, even those people that you see today that are making it, they did not start like that. That is why in my life, I do not envy anyone. And somebody might say it's pride, arrogance. And I don't envy anyone. I'm inspired, but I will never compete or envy anyone. And that is what I said to God, that no matter how long it takes for me to get to where I want to be, I may not be where I want to be today, but I'm not where I used to be, guys. Even if the steps and the levels are small and little, I believe that God will just perfect all that concerns my life. No matter how small. That is why today I'm like, that ex-friend, Nandipa, saw somebody who's taking pictures for her WhatsApp. But God was seeing a store and a brand ambassador. So somebody might see you in a small state and look down on you and laugh at you beginning. Don't listen to those mocking things. Don't listen to those remarks. Continue to push. Eventually, re tlo popa, re tlo fihla. Anyway, I will talk until yeah, so please do comment down below on your takeaway from this story time. And I love you guys and I appreciate all your support. And I think we'll meet again on our next video. Ba-da-da-da.